this could change your life.
When the family asks you,
Did you just swallow a bug?
today on our channel we would like to address something that is very key in relationships.
During this holiday season.
Meeting the family for
the first time.
It does and it doesn't matter how people view you, because it does affect the person, especially if it's family, how they're going to start to view you. Because if their family is constantly telling them, get out while you can, they might start to think otherwise.
That's right. They might eventually get out while they can.
Wear on them.
Yes.
So my point here is,
Yes, please make it.
practice, 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 practice.
Okay. Hello. So nice to meet you.
You want a solid handshake. Solid handshake. You don't want to break the hand, but you don't want to wimp the hand. This brings me to the next point.
Yes.
Do you handshake or do you hug? You gotta read the body language, because if you come in there like, hey, and then they're like,
Abby has brought home guys in the past.
really?
Yes, and I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Some guys that she's brought in the door, I have, opened my arms and given them a hug, or reached up to hug them if they were tall. Hey, nice to meet you. And other guys, if I sensed that they were a little bit formal and reserved and I can read body language, I would just offer them a warm handshake.
Warm.
So really, take your cues from the parents. Take your cues from Aunt Edna or Grandma Jones, whoever's opening the door to you. Look at their face. Look at their body language. Are they reaching up both arms and reaching out to hug
Hand you a gift?
No, to hug you. Or is it just one hand coming up and the shoulders? If the shoulders go back,
The shoulders come back.
and the head goes back.
Not good.
Our third point is, what do you call them? And hopefully your boyfriend or girlfriend has said to you ahead of time, hey, my parents like to be called Bob and Nancy, or you should call my parents Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Most people nowadays, I would think, are on the first name basis.
But never assume.
When in doubt, go with the formal and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs., it's nice to meet you. And if they say, oh no, call us Bob and Nancy, say, oh, okay, Bob, thank you, nice to meet you. Or Nancy, great home that you have here.
Next point. If there's food involved,
Don't eat it all. This is what I tell Abby. Don't go hungry and just put everything on your plate.
you need to be very polite and gracious, okay? I'm talking about, you take the food, put on your plate. Put what you think you're going to eat, because if you leave a lot of food on your
yes.
plate, that can be
Insulting.
very insulting to some people. But you have to also compliment the food. Whoever...
Sincerely.
Sincerely. So pick something you like, so it actually comes across as sincere, because people can tell when you're lying about their food.
You sound like she's the man just there.
People can tell. You need to make sure that's handled graciously.
Yes.
People will read you on that.
Bring a gift. It's always nice to do that. And ask ahead of time. If you want to bring a bottle of wine, is there anybody who would be offended by that
Yeah,
gift? And when in doubt, if you're not sure, then go with something like a sparkling, non-alcoholic beverage. So a sparkling cider is a nice idea. Or if you're a baker, bake some homemade cookies. Don't go with anything with nuts in it, just to be on the safe side. And, might maybe make a recipe card that shows what the ingredients are for anybody who has concerns about any allergies.
So I think I should share with you a personal story that is so dear to my heart. My ex-boyfriend was 6'4", 240 pounds of pure muscle, and in the military. So, and he loved hunting, and he loved going to the gym. So he was a buff, big guy that you would not want to mess with. Apparently this conversation happened without me knowing, but I heard about it later. This is going down in the history
Of our
the
family.
So, my boyfriend at the time was meeting the family for the first time.
There was a lot of us, all over.
So I was getting some cookies, because, you have to get them while they're there. And then, all of a sudden, I see my boyfriend, I don't hear what he's saying, but I see my boyfriend talk to my uncle. I'm like, oh good, they're getting along.
Because
talking.
Uncle B is such a sweet guy.
My uncle, bless his heart, was talking to him, and his question was, so what do you like to do for fun? my boyfriend thought it would be funny to be stupid and answered, "Well, I like to kill things." And it wasn't even in a jolly old giant way. It was like, "I like to kill things." Apparently my uncle's face went like, and kind of just like, what is this guy?
Because later on he talked
to me. He was like,
"Are you still going out with him?"
mm-hmm.
And then he said to you, when you said, "No, I'm not," and he described what had happened, your uncle said, "Phew, that guy scared me."
When they ask you what you like to do for fun, answer normally and don't try to get a reaction out of people.
I know in our family, we appreciate a little bit of diversion. We like interesting people. That's why we didn't mind her boyfriend, but we should have prepared him more for the rest of our family.
You have to have your own personality, and you have to go in there with what is you.
That's right.
What is you?
What is you doing? Girl!
When you
Try to navigate this family interaction time with just a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of common sense. Be who you are.
and a little bit of confidence. Okay. Have a good time. Be safe.
Be safe. No.
Carry a fire extinguisher with you. From our family to yours, have a wonderful holiday season. Remember, if someone says exactly what my ex-boyfriend said, get out while you can.